I've always been scared of change. Until 3 months ago, something happened that shifted my reality. All my life, I've struggled with allergies, mental blocks, and low energy. I ate healthy too. A good mix of vegetables, meat, carbs, and an occasional cake. I decided to try a 1-month all-protein diet. I ate only meat, despite everyone telling me it was a bad idea. The first 3 days were horrible. I had stomach aches, I craved sweets, and food was hard to find. But after that uncomfortable phase, I experienced more energy, less allergies, brain clarity, and better sleep. I would never have felt that way had I not drastically changed my diet. What's the takeaway here? Change is necessary for us to improve our lives. We are so afraid of change, afraid to lose the perfect routine we have. But what if I told you, without change, your life would suck? Think back to your ancestors 200 years ago, at the start of the Industrial Revolution. Your great-grandparents had to drastically change their lifestyles, from manual labor to learning how to use machines. If technology is complicated today, imagine what it was like back then, when the concept was brand new. Even 20 years ago, when the internet was becoming popular, many didn't want to change their ways. Look where they are now. No one says, "Hey bro, do you want to hop on Fax and 1v1 tonight in Snake?" That was cringe. I don't know why I said that. But what does this have to do with you? Just like the Industrial Revolution and the age of the internet, only those who evolve survive. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Why don't we want to change? We are content with where we are in life, but life is like a video game. Everyone starts at level 1 with no gear, no skills, nothing. Many are content with using their wooden sticks to kill level 1 sheep. But they don't know that if they venture out just a bit to fight the level 2 trolls, their character will become stronger. Same goes with life. When we venture out into the unknown and change ourselves, our character becomes stronger. Think of when you learned to walk. You could have just kept crawling. Got you to where you wanted to go, didn't it? But you saw your mom and dad walking and you saw how it was better than crawling, so you gave it a try. You would get up, fall, get up again, fall again, and repeat this, getting a bit better every single time. If I still haven't convinced you of the importance of change, get ready for a mindset shift. 20 years ago, the internet didn't exist. Now, we can't imagine life without it. 20 years ago, AI didn't exist. Now, it's stealing our jobs. 20 years ago, cryptocurrency didn't exist. Now, it's developing so fast. There's a new way to use it every single day. Change is more important now than it's ever been in the entire history of the universe. With mankind taking huge strides forward every year, it's crucial that we reinvent ourselves to keep up with the world. All trendsetters, early adopters, those on top of the world, they all adapted before anyone else did. We've got to get used to change before the world leaves us behind. But instead of waiting for opportunities, get used to it now. Voluntarily exercise your change muscles. How can we do this? By learning new things. If you constantly change and evolve your skill stack, you'll be infinitely more ready when life forces something onto you. But learning new things can be difficult if you have no plan. So here's my 3-step framework that I followed to learn to handstand, do cardistry, play guitar, basically learn any skill. 3 steps to learning anything and preparing for change. Learn the basics. A few years ago, I saw a YouTube video of these guys using playing cards to make beautiful works of art. I became obsessed, buying the same cards, watching all their videos, practicing for hours and hours every day. At first, the moves didn't come naturally. It was muscle memory for them, so I had to learn the basics. Every tiny movement. Like I said, life is a video game. We all start at level 0. But by practicing the level 1 skills, those become easy. Then you can move on to level 2 and 3 and so on. Years later, I'm on level 100. I can do some pretty cool stuff with cards. We see actually. It's been a while since I did something. I am still so cool. Fail? Then improve. There was this one card trick I really liked, where you rub the card and it changes into another. I had a friend who did this too, and the reactions he got were amazing. So I worked up the courage to show some people. They said, "Oh, I know how you did it. There was a card in your hand." I got busted. I was so devastated. I wanted to never show people card tricks again. But I went home and forced myself to practice even more. Practiced in front of a mirror, showed it to my mom, videoed myself from all angles so I knew exactly how to perform it. Now I can perform it to anyone, anywhere, easily. The only reason this is my best trick is because I failed at it. No one is instantly good at anything. No one is instantly good at anything. If you were, there'd be no need to change, no need to learn. Change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. Practice. Yeah, this again. There's a reason why every self-help book, productivity guru, and even your grandparents tell you to never give up. The media today glorifies overnight success. The business making 1 million a day, or the YouTuber rising to success overnight. But no one talks about what happens behind the scenes. No one sees the many businesses that failed, and no one sees the hundreds of videos put out that don't get views. The overnight success you see is the hard work and practice paying off all at once. Okay, now you're left with a bunch of silly skills that I made you learn, but what does this have to do with change? It's just like a hunter in the jungle. If he learns to survive tiger attacks, landslides, and earthquakes, there's a high chance he'll be able to survive a thunderstorm. Think of those people who took advantage of the internet. Instead of refusing change, they accepted it and adapted to it. Now, as new trends are developing, these people are using it to speed up their business and make their lives better, while everyone is complaining. Self-induced, uncomfortable change is necessary to prevent stagnation in our lives. I wrote that. I think that's deep. Please leave a comment telling me how deep it was. I found this quote a while back that speaks about the reason why we do it all. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. We have to chip away at ourselves constantly, cutting out what is unnecessary. Eagles can live up to 70 years, but by the age of 40, its claws and talons can no longer grab its prey. So, it breaks its beak, plucks out its feathers and claws so they can regrow. The eagle has to change or die. Yes, it's difficult to change sometimes, but your potential lies in the unknown. Back to the example of you learning to walk. From then you learn to run, cycle, and jump. But none of this would have happened if 1-year-old you had decided that crawling is good enough. I learned to walk when I was nearly 2 years old, so trust me, I've got experience in crawling. And between crawling and walking, I think walking is just a bit better. And that's my second newsletter. If you liked it, subscribe for more. I make these videos weekly. If you didn't like it, leave a mean comment. I'm new and I could use the engagement. Above all, I hope that this helped you. I hope that my random shower thoughts became something that positively impacted your life. Win at life. You got this.